Just watching a Fear video because that blade I sent him should have shown up by now. Anyway, we're just gonna be answering questions. I may get a text during this because one of my friends is texting me. Yeah, so there might be some live TV moments. Right. So we left off with Soul Josiah. I guess I should have said more about Greece's beaches, but like they're not very good for anything ever. Trust me. Anyway, Jeff Brister, what up, Brister? You duck-faced motherfucker. Asks, what are your pet peeves? Fuck, I could go on. I could sit down. I could actually carry a booklet with me for like a week. It would just be endless. And also some of them are kind of telling. Now that I prefer people. I prefer when people eat their lunch that it's not like the loudest thing you've ever heard in your whole goddamn life. Like the word mastication comes to mind. Like just hippo, like just munching on whatever unhealthy thing they've chosen to stuff their gob with. I think I won that argument. It bothers me when people have something like this watch. It's actually quite a fancy watch. It does all sorts of crazy things. It's solar powered, for instance. It receives radio signals once a day, actually twice a day, I think. Definitely once a day. To make sure that it knows which time zone I'm at. I could switch it around, but it gets military frequencies. I looked up to where the frequencies came from. It doesn't say. I looked that up. I also use the alarms, the timers, everything on this watch I've used and continue to use. And sometimes just so that I could keep familiar with how you do the stopwatch on this. I hate when someone owns something and acts like they've never seen it before in their whole goddamn life. Malt liquor. That's got to be a big one. You know, I'm kind of spacey and stuff like that. Like, when I first bought this $20 phone, it says PWR end on one of the buttons. It's a red button. The red button that says end, actually, that's power end. Actually, that's the on button. I could not figure that shit out. I took it to the store. I'm like, turn this on for me. I didn't even take it to the store I bought it from. I just took it to like a store with the young guys selling phones. I'm like, you know how to turn this on? But anyway, I was trying to figure it out. It's not like I'm like, I can't be bothered to learn something. God, I hate that. That one's good enough. Jeff. Duckface. Mr. Tuborg. I like Mr. Tuborg. What up, dude? Great background. That's Amanda's background from her room. I stole it. No, she gave it to me. She's so lovely. And I love the words that are coming out of your mouth. I don't know if you're quoting me or not, but every once in a while I say that. I can't understand the words coming out of your mouth. Can you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Skull. Some people think negativity is wonderful and they even get a big price for it. Oh, yes, indeed. Not sure I understand the question, but here's what I think about it. Is that some people do think negativity is wonderful. When you experience depression, your mind gets focused. If like some people seek out depression and stress and smoke cigarettes and kind of like live in a pressure cooker all the time because it does kick your brain up a couple IQ notches. You focus under those conditions. Some people seek that out. I don't think they do well under that. Like someone once told me they'd rather be a miserable genius than a happy idiot. And I think that like that's the whole thing of like you're like desperate to gain a couple IQ points. Like your logic's flawed. You know, your brain is full of tools. Your brain is a tool. The more effective you are at using it with using what you got. You know, it's like carving something with one of those knives that have like 3 blades on it. You can carve amazing stuff with it. You don't need a chainsaw and massive set of tools for all these different things. It's like you're good with what you got. Oh, for instance, there was a bike ride set like for like Cannondale or something like that. Like it was a downhill event, and they had like this one guy, famous guy, that was going to be there, and then they had anybody local could race this guy, and everyone got the exact same duplicate bike. The ringer, you know, like the guy the professional downhill guy, was something like, I'll go so far as to say like 3 times faster than everybody else. All they're doing is going downhill. Like, imagine going downhill, not even hitting the brakes. This guy was 3 times faster than you. It's how you use what you got. So, good question, even if I might not have answered it correctly. I got the spam thing undone, so shout out to DC Rockefeller. Death Trap Hot Rods. What's the number one thing you want to accomplish from now until the end of the year? I have a week coming up at the end of the month, and I want to move my trailer from right next to where my fucking evil goddamn neighbor sits. I want to move it over here onto my lawn, farther away from all the outlets and stuff like that. That I will need to then build a little camping trailer on top of that. I mean, it'll free up my driveway, which will be nice. And actually it'll be over here in the shade, which would be nice. And fuck, I hate that guy. That's a good question. Like, I think that you should think like that. I think like, what do I want to accomplish tonight? I'm cooking dinner. I should do dishes, clean up a little bit. I'm gonna have company over in a couple days. So if I start cleaning up a little bit now, it won't be such a big deal. But you know, this day, this week, this month, this year, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 30 years from now, riding around in an RV. Hopefully, an RV that goes through space. Should we do another one? Save the polar bears. Where's my coffee with Earl? It has been a long time since I've had a video for Save the Polar Bears. I'll do that. You can count on that. So then we'll end up with the P. Glenn, who always leaves very good comments. Good member of the tribe. What? I thought I won that argument. A friend and I this past week got into a discussion on alien visitations. He was pro and I was anti. His proof was pyramids and the fact that pyramids popped up all around the world at the same time. That is kind of odd, though I could kind of explain that too. I told him that was not I told him this was not true. They appeared thousands of years apart. Egyptians have written records of building pyramids that people ignore. They have. Plus, it's just human ingenuity that is all around the world. People learn independently. Like the whole, you know the thing about like the airplane invented in, was it Russia or Germany? Anyway, Google it. It was seemingly invented independently by 2 different people on different parts of the globe, within like weeks of each other. There's something to that, man. And not aliens, but there's something to it. Plus, this is human ingenuity. People learn independently. The buildings slant inwards as they go upwards. More stable. It's true. People don't give human intelligence enough credit. As in actually human intelligence in a group. Because most of the group intelligence I see is everything's going fine. One person does something different, it disrupts things a little bit. A couple more people adopt that behavior, it disrupts things even more. And then it just starts expanding until almost everyone's adopted this anti-behavior, this thing that is not best for everybody. Smoking, for instance. There's something to that, man, because here's the thing, like, if success was like that, if like you knew somebody that like they succeeded at business or in relationships or hoops, and suddenly everyone started adopting what they did, like, you know, Tiger Woods was out there like, 10 hours a day since he was 6 years old, like, you're like, oh, that intrigues me. I'm gonna go out there for 10 hours a day since from now on. But people don't do that. They seem to adopt the worst behaviors, though occasionally you shake enough puzzle pieces together and a couple fit together and you got a pyramid or an aeroplane. Alright, we'll end with the P. Glenn. I would kind of like to give DC Rockefeller's video a couple more days, because that one video fucking really did make me laugh out loud. Lol. Anyway, that's all we got.